Down.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. I am Rozim, and we are doing some Banished now. Ooh, a Temery emote.
Oh. Let's see. All right. Two more words.
Well, Redacted Otter has offered Iridium and Semaphore. I'm not familiar with that second one.
It's, I believe, a method of signaling someone. A method of visual signaling, usually by means of flags or lights.
Okay, Semaphore.
All right. So something visual signaling. All right. And what's your choice, Lyndon?
I'm going to scroll back up a bit and go with coffee.
Coffee?
Yes.
Coffee, semaphores. This is a sub-region that utilizes indentured servitude in order to maintain a miracle drug that is able to keep Pokemon up all night and have greater energy. A resistance has formed within this region in order to counteract the upper class, whatever you want to call them. And they primarily utilize a language of visuals, like a visual language, so such things as like scratches on rocks or waving flags from distance, stuff like that, in order to signal to each other the various messages that they need to convey. The reason for this is because the region utilizes sound-based surveillance, so it could be in the form of, like, say, a ton of Zubats who all just kind of go flitting from one place to another. And this is the best way that the resistance fighters are able to work within the forests and regions of the area.
For those just joining, Rygon is one of our storytellers for our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tabletop campaign. And he is coming up with ideas from the chat for new regions for us to adventure in based on your prompts like that.
Yep. Obviously, some of them are hit and miss, but this gives me good practice on flexibility, and it helps get me out of my own preferences.
And it's a fun little thought experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I just had a funny visual in my head because I was picturing Jolene trying to drink coffee and then just turning a milky brown like coffee and then just bouncing out off, like almost literally bouncing off the walls because she's just now completely full of energy, and then she can give other people that energy because she is now, tainted with coffee.
One can be tainted by coffee?
If one is a liquid, or mostly liquid.
There's actually a region I have in mind for Freeze and Ignite already, Wostein. It is a region, and obviously it'll be under more development when we'll see where it goes, but it's essentially a region where half the region is a snowy wasteland and the other half is a volcanic wasteland, and right in the middle of both of them is a green strip that fire and ice type Pokemon kind of fight over. However, they are careful not to utilize their powers there lest they ruin the natural beauty of that area. So it's one of those kind of things where players could come in and utilize complicated politics and just your basic mission running in order to help appease both sides and help them come to a conclusion that allows them both to enjoy the green strip instead of just one essentially trying to believe that they have to overcome the other. But flatten and construct. All right, flatten and construct. Let me think.
Cabbages! My cabbages! Yes, Lightning Dragon, this game! What game are we talking about?
I don't know. God. If Jolene drank coffee, I would have to then learn how to do the southern voice, but quick.
Alright, let's hear you practice right now.
But I don't know if I can do that. It's kind of hard to do the voice already, and I don't know if I can keep it up for very long.
I believe in you, Jolene.
Well, at least one of us believes in me. Somebody needs to believe in me.
I think I might have an idea.
For which?
A region that is occasionally afflicted by dramatic increases in air pressure.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like the opposite of an earthquake, if you will. It's just where the air becomes so heavy, it begins to legitimately start crushing uh, buildings and Pokemon caught underneath it. So the buildings in this region are very unusually sturdy. So are the Pokemon therein. And in order for other Pokemon to exist within this area, they have to utilize certain tools or materials or equipment in order to handle the random changes in air pressure. On the other hand, though, sometimes the air pressure becomes so light that it's possible for a much lighter Pokemon to just kind of float away. Not necessarily like up to space, but like just a single bound could cause them to go much farther than they wanted to.
Drifloon could be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that would be a terrifying time for Jolene, but
Oh, Jet would be terrified.
Jolene just one moment be floating along fine, and the next just be splatted on the ground.
Just
Yeah, and then after a bit of struggling, like finally get themselves up after acclimating a bit to the pressure, and then the pressure just suddenly swings the other way, and then she's floating way up high.
enigmatic and confounding.
Sounds like a psychic type area.
I think that one could be something relegated to a dungeon. A lost city of Pokemon or what have you, located within a tunnel system that seems to be constantly shifting around. There are various brightly colored archways and portals and the like that, as the crew try to map out and explore this place, they quickly come to realize that while there are rules to it, it is something that they will have to discover over a period of time in order to effectively make any progress.
I can dig it.
Sounds pretty cool.
I will also point out that that's kind of how mystery dungeons are to begin with.
Well, sure, but this is kind of even more so.
Fair, fair.
I have a word for you.
All right.
Consternating. Consternated?
All right.
I can't remember how to say that word properly. Consternated. Yes, that's the right word.
So anxiety, huh?
Yes.
Argus's entire life.
Yep.
All right.
Dart's entire life.
Yeah.
All right. Zim, what's your word? We got consternated. What's yours?
Bard.
Bard. Anxiety bard.
Yes.
An anxiety bard. One who goes around singing the worst, most consternating songs.
Stage fright, yeah.
This is a sub-region.
Enjoy your stay.
Taranaki girl, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome on in.
This is a region where a local mountain, just a small mountain, has begun to sing. No one knows why, no one knows how. All that they know is that it has begun to sing a beautiful note that over time has begun to grow deeper and darker and slower. And many within the local town believe that if it ever hits a final low note, it will be the end of everything.
It really is consternating.
I like it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you both like it. I'm trying to come up with things off the top of my head here.
Yes. Sorry, I was eating some chips. But yes, I liked that idea. I like all
Alright.
the ideas you've come up with so far. You're quite good at coming up with things off the top of your head.
Thank you. The trick is to try and get them integrated into the greater story.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you how many things in the past several sessions have just been like off the top of my head. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna roll with this and see what happens.
Wolstein_oil says, consternating bard, behold a land of perished song, doomed to devastation.
An apt way to put it, Wolstein.
Do, 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 do.
But yeah, if anybody likes any of these ideas, let me know so that way I can note them down or someone else can note them down and I can continue with the idea and refine it later.
I mean, I'm enjoying all of these ideas.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately my
I guess that's
memory
not very
ain't too
helpful.
good. Yeah, like I said though, my memory ain't too good though, so if you like an idea, please note it down and like send it my way. Because I'm writing down very base details here, but I can't be guaranteed I'll remember.
Well, I'm currently, streaming, so I can't do it. So clearly it has to be Jolene.
Yes. I was actually just about to ask if you remember what you said when we had coffee and I'm blanking on the other word now.
Somoform or something like that. Somophore.
Yeah, semaphore.
Semaphore, yeah. It was the resistance members who are in essentially a region that is purporting this new miracle drug that is meant to keep people up later and give them more energy, which is obviously coffee. And they're trying to get like be free of their oppressors, and they use a very complex visual language in order to do so because the way that uh the oppressors monitor and survey the land is with like an army of Zubats or something like that that utilizes a lot of sound but are very weak visually.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe something like that could be another branch of the Alabaster Gleam, or an entirely new organization.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
I have put in the. I'm just gonna change the name of that thing, the Google Doc I sent you, to just
Mm-hmm.
regions for Saturday Pokemon Pokeroll game. I've put down the coffee semaphore region and just the basic little stuff about it there.
Mm-hmm.
How do I make it able to edit?
I think you just have to like send me permissions on my own Gmail account or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives me an option to add people to groups, and it does require me to have an email.
Okay.
Can you DM me that so I can give you permission to edit this, just so that way if you want to add anything to the notes that I make, you can, and I can, and then as I go, I'm going to be putting down more of the stuff you mentioned, and you will have it available to edit on there too.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Let me remember what my email is. Try this email first. That's my primary email. And if that doesn't work, then I will look up my Gmail email. Morph temporary random. Morph temporary random. This is actually one I could shrink down from a bigger region and actually make maybe like a town. A town that celebrates the revelation of bodies, the revelation of the form. And how they go about it is that these on once a year on a specific holiday, they will actually prepare a local uh, concoction or berry that allows one to temporarily change their form. And many of the activities within the town are meant to help individuals kind of get a feel for their new bodies and test them out and have fun with them before the night is up and the concoction wears off.
Calderius, welcome on in, first off. But also, today's D&D game, it was a little awkward at spots, but it's, it happens most of the time with a relatively new, it was a new DM that took over the group. And so, that sort of thing just happens. But otherwise, it went pretty decent. Yeah, exactly, Talderius. Exactly.
I updated the access permissions. You should be able to edit it if
Okay.
it will let you edit through that email.
I mean, it should because I'm pretty sure my
Yep.
Gmail email is attached to that email as well.
It does look like you can.
Okay.
And what was that the most recent region you mentioned, what was that based on?
It was actually a town that once a
Town.
year they celebrate a concoction, or rather, like the not necessarily the exchange, but the revelation of the Pokemon form. And they utilize a concoction that they brew and they very meticulously prepare all year round, like all year. And what this concoction does is, for one night, it allows one to have a completely different form. And a lot of the activities around the town are meant to help Pokemon kind of get used to the form, to experience, to enjoy it. And then once the night is done, they transform back.
Oh, did you, Taldarius? Oh, nice. Thank you for helping out Neon with that. I know he was very... Well, if Neon reached out to you, you know how Neon is. He gets stressed easy. He needs to just relax. But yeah, I like that idea. Of course, I might be slightly biased. Though, I do apologize, everyone. I do need to step away for a minute or three, or more. You guys, could I get you guys to keep going and entertaining, please?
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
So long as I keep getting words or ideas, I'll keep generating towns,
Taldarius,
subregions,
don't
and
forget to
regions.
hit that follow button. Come join us again. Come see it live if you can. Or some of our other tabletop games.
Find possession. Kind possession. Kind possession. What kind of possession?
Well, I will say, Taldarius, if you want to help out in that regard, Rykon here might make use of that help. Oh, an ad's going. Could somebody relay that to Chris? Relay that to Taldarius for me.
Thinking of a town inhabited by the spirits of the dead. And what they do is they will, one at a time, possess a member of the party and simply convey, in order for me to be laid to rest, I require you all to complete this for me. So it could be like a kind of like a final act sort of a thing. And as the party is able to go through, they begin to allow the spirits to move on. The town feels lighter, and they begin to uncover the mystery of what exactly happened there. And this would be an area that's kind of more extended, so I would probably make this a sub-region. And the party could go do things like take care of a local bandit force, or find a mysterious flower, or get a nearby gem, stuff like that, that allows them to help put these Pokemon to rest.
I wrote that down in the Spark Notes version.
Okay.
As best as I could to put what you were saying in there and not miss much, but also keep up, because I am not a very quick typer.
No worries at all. So long as the general gists are retained, I'm usually pretty good about filling in the rest myself. It's something I have to do with my own notes when I work with sessions. I do short notes, and then I remember the notes for later.
Ah.
Da, 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 da. Hello there.
How's it
Summer
go?
Serenade.
Summer Serenade. What the?
This is a region that is occupied by various nomadic traveling Pokemon trains who go throughout this kind of blissful summer region, essentially keeping to a simplistic way of living that they believe is most respectful to the world, to their legendary Pokemon god, whatever you want to call it. And their entire goal is to maintain this peaceful serenading existence. But of course, things are never quite that simple, and they require the hero's help in order to essentially maintain their way of life.
Okay. Alright.
And I can always toss in a few extra little things, like maybe the region, though blissful as it is occupied by like aggressive monsters, or it has become an easy target for various dark forces. So maybe like a nearby warlord has taken interest in the region, stuff like that.
I was replying to a friend, so I did not write down any of that, and I feel bad. Because I heard it, and my brain processed it, and then when I went to type, my brain lost it.
Oof. This
It was
is
like-
not bad as me. I wasn't paying attention at all. I'm sorry. Doing fashion stuff.
Fashion.
Oh, what was the concept that you liked, Husky? Was it the nomadic kind of Pokemon thing? Or was it something else?
Where is there? You. I already have one of those. Lovely.
Yeah. I like that idea. And I see, Balasar, that you say Salamence with the Dragon Claws Nicholas to Raigon. I'm not sure what you mean. Is it this a Salamence with Dragon Claws?
I just realized what time it is. I think I'm actually at sleep.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I don't know what I might have to do tomorrow, but besides taking my roommate to work, but I feel like there's something, and I'm just forgetting. But I will see y'all later. It's a pleasure as always. Tell them I said to have a good night. And bye-bye.
Thank you for taking notes.
Yep.
Yeah, just coming up with town subregions and regions, Azerday. What about you? Anything coming to your mind? I don't know, Chris. Maybe Azrith is a bit occupied.
What? I was listening to. Gosh darn! The one time I put music on, I can't hear right. May you repeat that, please? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just stating that I was just coming up with some town, subregions, and region ideas, and I was curious if you had anything in mind. Because I'm just using tonight as a little bit of a brainstorming session.
Do you have a seaside town yet?
I do not.
Alrighty then. Pirate-run seaside town built on rocks. And I mean rock pillars jetting out of the water.
Okay.
First thing that comes to mind.
This is a town known as the Cliffs. It is an area where various rock pillars extend out of the ground with waves crashing down below. In order for pirates to actually utilize the area, they use these specialized air/sea ships that are capable of not only staying in water, but for brief periods of time are able to actually float upwards. This is the manner by which the town is able to protect itself from other forces. And in order for them to make a living, they go about raiding some of the nearby regions. However, there is a method to their madness, one that the players would be able to figure out once they engage with the pirates long enough.
Lovely, you're welcome.
Any more words? Well, let me go ahead and write that one down real quick.
I'm gonna beer beaters. I'm gonna go take a small break.
Okay. Fragrant Bounty Guile.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. And Whisper. Let's take Whisper and Bounty. Let's take Whisper and Bounty together.
Thank you for letting me know about that.
Whisper and Bounty.
Woestein, what other pack did you redeem? You said the Amp and V2, like, there's gonna be another one that you redeemed for. Oh, Woestein went to bed? Dang it. Kinda hard to give him something when he goes to bed.
I think I might have a sub-region idea. A desert area where various sandstone cliffs create something known as the Whispering Rocks. Within this town is a little known nook, essentially, that various ground rock and other kinds of Pokemon have set up shop in order to protect themselves. If one is able to make their way in, they begin to realize that the Pokemon within this area utilize a very complicated bounty system in order to complete their various needs and whatnot. So, like, for example, if one were to submit a bounty for cabbages, then the players could complete that bounty by helping out, to plant a garden of cabbages. It's just how they call things. That said, there are, of course, much more severe bounties to be coming about than just simply planting vegetables. And it'll be the players to figure out exactly what these bounties entail before they engage with them.
Okay. I don't know why Wostein said Ampin V-Pack 2, but, he didn't redeem anything else, so I don't know. Either way, sent that off. And again, sorry about needing to step away, everybody, but let's go ahead and resume. I'm really liking these ideas that you're given here. Very intriguing ones, to be certain.
I try. That's and not to toot my own horn, but that is something I'm relatively decent at, is coming up with stuff if I have some kind of foundation to work off of. That's why I keep the D&D bag, because it's like, okay, I need some material here. Not very good at coming up with it off the top of my head. I need something to help me out. Boom, there we go. Inspiration leads to fruition, leads to your guys' entertainment.
You do an amazing job.
I do. I like it. You're a wonderful DM.
RZ, you're back!
Yeah. Just don't mind me while I'm wearing black outfits 24/7 now.
Why?
Because you always bet on black.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, Husky, you brought out your old English practice notebooks?
What is it?
Thank you for being my friend.
Whee! Here, hugs, and we're gonna have ice cream later.
That's cool.
I had to spare ice cream because someone stepped on my tail earlier.
Who stepped on your tail?
Just a chat member when I was streaming.
Ban them.
Pristine Sorrow. Pristine Sorrow. This is a town that is actually situated between the upper portion of two waterfalls that are called the Crying Tears. The area, of course, is very humid, but it is a favorite area for flying type Pokemon who like to duck and dodge in between the various gaps within the waterfall in order to test their prowess and ability. It is also a relatively popular place for not prophets. What do you call people who are on like extended religious travel?
Pilgrim? Pilgrimage?
Pilgrims. Yeah, it's a popular place for pilgrims who view the area as a place connected to the gods. And the city they're in is home to many, many, many different beliefs, not all of which always get along.
Okay, good. The schoolhouse would not have fit there. I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna try and squeeze the schoolhouse in there, and well, it would not have fit there anyways. So I did not mess up my plans. We're only gonna assign one herdsman for now. Well, Jits, to be fair, we don't really have much in the way of revelations yet on anything, so it's hard to say if there's any Pokemon that are going to be unrepresented when it's all said and done.
Hungry. Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
SK, hello there. Thank you for the head pats.
Chris says poisonous. All right, I need one more word then. Poisonous enigma.
Enigma. Okay, that's a word I was not expecting.
Well, they've been tossing me some difficult stuff tonight. Poisonous enigma.
That's stuff.
This is actually one I could probably utilize as an organization, such as an assassin's guild that work off of poison. But instead of it just being like a poison that kills you instantly, they utilize poisons that can cause various different effects with the sole purpose of helping to sway such things as political opinion or to cause outbreaks, stuff like that, like false outbreaks
Aren't we in
and
one
whatnot.
of those already? A poisonous enigma?
Potentially. But yeah, that poison enigma would be good for an organization, I think. If I had to come up with a region for it, though, I'd probably come up with some kind of a sub-region, like a swamp that has various different plants that, if used one way, are healthy and healing, but if used another way, are incredibly dangerous and poisonous. and a local alchemists guild or something of the sort has set up shop there in order to study the various different fauna and flora.
Reserve of logs is low. Oh no! Whatever will we do?
Ooh, magnanimous zeal. That's an interesting one. That one could be a fun one whereupon you get a town that is constantly exchanging a very specific item. One whereupon that like it's a cursed item, right? And the villagers are all having to be forced to play hot potato with it in order to keep the effects from impacting them. Until the party gets there and the villagers see an opportunity to finally be done with the object once and for all and hand it off to our poor party without them knowing. Now, in order for the in order to prevent the curse from taking effect, the party either has to find someone else to hand it off to, or they have to find a way to defeat the curse.
I'm liking the idea of a floating town, but like I know you had the one with the whirlpool one, but like a town that just floats in the middle of the ocean. And so they just kind of like, they don't try to direct where they go. They've got little planter boxes on there that they use for a little bit of crop growing, but primarily their source of food is probably fishing.
See, that's actually something I could tie into the whirlpool town. Perhaps that town in the whirlpool used to be bigger. And perhaps when the whirlpool started, half that town got split off and sent out into the ocean, while the other one remained trapped within the circulation of the whirlpool. And when you come upon the other half of that town, they realize that you have met with both locations and they want to reunite, essentially. So then the heroes could try to figure out, one, how do we stop the whirlpool? And two, how do we get this drifting town back to its original location?
Very intriguing ideas. Yeah, it's a wandering sea city. Hey there, Kobiak. Or Kobiak? I'm not sure which way is proper. Or if perhaps it's a different thing altogether. Who knows? I blame Rygon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
why would you do that? That's rude.
I'll be blamed. But yeah, If anyone in Zim's chat likes these, let me know. If you like one of these ideas. Because, admittedly, public opinion is kind of a deal with these things, because that tells me, like, oh, well, if you guys like it, then if I pull it out later, other people might like it too.
Definitely. I'm liking all of this so far. Like, all of these things sound so intriguing, and I want to explore them now.
Oh, you got to get out of your own little city first. Yeah, like this is the kind of practice that I do, and I've actually got a somewhat moderately sized list for other region ideas, towns and whatnot, that I've got over to the side. So, you know, if you guys ever do happen to get out or go explore or whatever, like, I've got good material for you. Thank you for the head pats, Tiger.
Oh, I was like, wait, I thought you weren't streaming.
Nope, I'm not streaming. Yeah, one of the things I do is I use a random word generator, and I just have it generate 3 random words, and I just come up with something off the top of my head for it.
Oh, I've been given head pats.
Ooh, yeah. Like, for example, heroin effect indulge.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
doesn't sound like a very random set of words there.
But no, that's what the random word generator popped up. So then I'd be thinking of, like, all right, underground, a town or a city, a minor city is being afflicted by a strange new drug that is taking the Pokemon there by storm, and will be up to our heroes to investigate the underdark of the city where these drugs are being produced and put a stop to it. Fairly basic, until you realize that it's more than just this one drug that is in play. So it could be one of those things where the heroes could encounter all sorts of, like, nasty little gases or liquids and stuff like that that could have all sorts of just intriguing effects, both positive and, well, not so positive. A relatively short thing, but, you know, fun nonetheless.
There's a lot of fun ideas that I am hearing, and I am excited, and I want the cool poker roll. We can have session.
No, Zim, no, no, no. Saturday,
What?
no.
Whoops.
Monday session.
Don't. No. No Monday.
Monday session. Okay.
No.
Yay, Monday session.
No, no Monday session, please. No. I defy. No.
Tuesday session.
No.
Thursday session.
Saturday session.
Double Saturday session.
If you think you can pull it off.
Yeah,
I could
that
pull
one's up to
off.
Rygon.
That one I actually wouldn't mind, because we could just start earlier in the day, have a, like, you know, half-hour break in the middle, and then just keep going after.
Reminder that not
Yeah,
not everyone shows up until standard time.
actually,
Well,
well,
that's
actually,
just it.
Zeta would not be able to be there, as well as Aurum. Though
Well, that's
Aurum's
just it,
schedule
though.
may be changing soon.
We don't actually need everybody, because you all are in relatively convenient. You're in a convenient enough location that some of the characters could be stated as well. They're just in their room right now, or they're busy hitting a dummy or something like that, and the rest of you could just do your thing. I'm flexing my DM stamina. Oh, I've streamed like 16-hour streams. Doing like a 8-hour poker roll session would be nothing.
I will say we've got like I today alone I had 2 individual sessions. Not of the same game, granted, but same storyteller, but I did have a 2 games back to back today, and I do the same on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Chris. Inserts image of Zim peeking on the border of the screen. Poker roll? Okay.
If you had an editor, there could just be the clips of Pokeball, Zim.
All right, I'm writing this down as a merch idea.
Pokeball. Can we get a matching merch idea for that of saying Zim no?
Yeah, there you go. I know I'd like to expand my merch options a little bit.
Same. I need to begin, actually. I need a big enough image. Oh, I never got to the... Fuck! Anyways, I'm totally not crying right now to the story where I got it.
See? We got 3 players! Let's play.
No! No!
Okay.
Let me cry to my Final Fantasy 14, please. Please.
What are you saying, Azurday?
I'm just crying because of a job quest. And a story about it is so sad. It's like, oh my god. It's great.
Yes, Dragon
you're enjoying
Dungeoneer.
it.
This is where RZ ran off to. And hey there, Varian.
Listen, Dungeon. I want to have more entertainment. I came here because I'm friends with Zim. See, we're friends. We'll have soft tacos later.
I'm entertaining.
Okay.
Yes, you're entertaining. Very entertaining.
We're not friends, okay.
Rygon, listen.
No, it's okay.
Rygon. Do I need to smack you? Stop being depressed, or you get no toast.
It wouldn't matter.
Okay, now this is depressing because you don't believe me. Anyways, I just beat Black Mage 50, so, or, well, almost should be done. I just finished the fight for it. Yeah, I think that would be a cool story idea that I need to tell Rygon at some point.
Sure. What do you got?
The 8-ball said might actually be yes. The 8-ball even says poker roll tonight.
No, anyway, so, picture
That's all.
four creatures doing some sort of ritual, dark magic ritual.
Okay.
However, it goes wrong and only one of them lives, while the other they're torn apart and infused into the giant abomination, and where the remaining survivor seals them away for 100 years. 100 years past, the kin of those who have formed into the abomination appear, and let's say one party member of the group is also gifted in the type of magic. and then through some sort of storyline down the road, it is revealed that the survivor from the 100 years ago made up the scheme to unseal the abomination and then have the kin kill it.
Seda, I will say, Rygon's awake. Rygon's right here.
Hello.
Siri, Pokeball greater than
so
Final
not
Fantasy 14?
sleeping.
Neen? Yes, Final 14 is better! Because I have the music. You cannot beat the music.
Music.
The music. Ow!
You're saying
I still say your eggs need to go splat.
I can't make them go splat.
Not with that attitude.
I lack the skill for this.
Listen, I don't know if I'm allowed to put the Final Fantasy 14 playlist in the background because copyright and Square Enix.
I probably wouldn't take a chance.
Yeah,
Square
I don't take a
Enix is
chance either.
pretty, aggressive, yeah.
Now, listen, if we weren't streaming this, I would absolutely put the playlist on. But we're streaming this.
Be right back.
Reason why I personally, like, I would love to be in more, you know, campaigns and such, just, you know, off stream so that we can have more fun with it.
Oh, so you don't plan on streaming the Exalted game then?
I kinda don't want to be honest. I think
You don't
Pokerol is
like it?
enough for me. No. It's just... I feel like it's gonna be a hassle to do it, to be honest. But I already have 2 I'm doing on my own channel. Wait, are you thinking that you could use my channel to help promote Exalted? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Though to be fair, I mean, if you're already playing it, why not go ahead and promote it?
Okay, how about this? I won't record it, but I'll put the playlist on my channel.
I mean, that works. But, I mean, it's not like you have to do that.
Kind of.
You
I
what?
already have enough as is. Because I kind of don't want to, but I already have enough as is.
Okay, then don't. Why are we out of food?
Because you didn't go hunting. Hunting is fun.
Well, then go hunting.
Okay. Alright, I'll be back in like, you know, an hour.
Oh no, you stay here. On voice. Oh, he left. I am sad. Woe is me. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, whoa.
Stop being sad.
Seda! Well, it is definitely always great to have Seda around. He is a very wonderful friend and somebody I love to hang out with.
Unfortunately, this is going to be a Formula One pit stop because I need to go to bed.
Ah, there you are.
Oh.
My mark. It will be a legendary hunt, you and I, and the stars shall be our witness.
Love you all. Have a great night.
Good night.
Boop. And you're all cute.
So are you.
And he's gone. No. It was supposed to be legendary.
Joke.
I love physics.
Okay, harvest this. We need to get this food in.
Harvest, harvest.
Our people are
Wow.
starving. We've got to get food coming. I was hoping I could wait until, you know, the crops were actually fully ready, but I cannot. I've just lost another one.
Is everything alright?
I swear I'm good at this game.
You swear you're good at this game?
But for some reason, I just can't seem to pull it. Like, lately, I've just been, struggling so bad. I don't understand why. There goes another one, dead of starvation.
Why is most still streaming?
Why is what?
Oh, just a friend of mine somehow still streaming this late into the night.
Ah. You guys are bringing in these cabbages. Why are you all hungry?
They want more. They want more than just cabbages. Feed them.
Because someone keeps destroying the cabbage vendor's cart? I guess. It takes forever to make cabbage rolls. Ah, jeez. Now I want... Now I really want, oh, what are they called?
Cabbage stew?
Egg rolls. I want egg
Oh,
rolls.
egg rolls. I see. Where is... There's Flare.
There goes another starving. We're bringing in the food as fast as we can. Okay, I think we're getting the food distributed well enough. We still got a full field of squash to bring in. Hello there, Slitherite.
Ah! The Rygon is back.
I am back. What's up? I miss anything?
Well,
No,
people
nothing
are
too
dying of
important.
starvation.
Okay.
Duke.
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 Well, that should be a
that's-
that should be a decent selection of regions, sub-regions, and towns to ponder. I'll probably do more in the future. We got an entire
Sounds
map to
good.
fill, after all.
Sounds very good to me. Oh, hey there, Taldarius. I don't know if you heard earlier, but before I stepped away, I was actually letting you know that we could, you know, there's other DMs and storytellers in the community that run our various games who could probably use your help as well. Rygon would probably be one. Someone that's not in the game that could help him brainstorm. Or come up with things, or make maps and such. The ad break was automatic, but yeah. Also, the icons are done by my channel artist, Mary. Unfortunately, she is not available for commissions. She really only does stuff for me. Sorry.
Welcome to the hamlet.
Time, Michael! Hello there! Thank you very much for the follow.
Yeah, told Darius, you're more than welcome if you want to work with me on this. As much as Zim and others sometimes offer, unfortunately, they are my players, and I can't always say everything I want to say.
I would love to help, but yeah, it's a fair point that we,
Our
really
modest fellowship
can't.
expands. Praise the sub.
Jit, thank you very much for that gift sub. Oh crap, Winter. Please don't kill my squash. I really need that squash brought in.
You could say that squash got frostbite. Sounds good, tall Darius. Yeah, go ahead and give me a poke over on Discord, and we can get something going. Nice. Yeah, I use a bit of Dungeon Draft myself, so that's what I use. Can you imagine? Let's suppose that this little series of ours actually gets popular enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
We might at some point have to actually do a remake so we can actually make things more, I don't know, refined. Like, for example, we had a couple of players that had to drop out at the beginning, right? So the remake would have to be like, okay, we get one group that starts at the beginning and same group that ends.
I don't think so, but I don't think we'd pull off anything like that.
Too late. I'm thinking of it. Remake, new events, new things happen. Layout and production aspects. What do you mean, Taldarius? Rerun the campaign with a new group? That's not a bad idea, and I think I've seen a couple of places do that.
I just don't think that I would want to play through it again with Jed. Like, you know, eventually I want to get to where a point where his story is complete and.
Mm-hmm. Well, a rerun probably wouldn't be super great for this one, simply due to the nature of the world. But a new, more refined campaign later within the same world, but just simply like, you know, in the past or the future or whatever, with new characters, that would probably be something that could be utilized.
The generational idea that we were talking about.
Exactly.
Alright, I think if they're not working on the farms, they just become laborers automatically, so we're good there. Well, I will say if we do that, by that point, hopefully we will have everything worked out for our own system that we're working on. So we won't need, like, it won't be running Pokerroll.
The game screen looks a tad cluttered. Bringing up things like that is what you meant? What, on my end or Zim's?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused by what you mean there, Taldarius.
And a large world could definitely run multiple campaigns in that. That's part of one of the reasons I'm making a large world, so that way, one, players don't feel railroaded, and two, it expands options, and that's one of them. Zim's is a bit cluttered. Zim, yours is cluttered.
What exactly, like, which screen is cluttered exactly? Like, right now the screen is cluttered? I mean, I will say I have been honestly debating doing away with stream avatars.
I think stream avatars is nice. It just might not be suitable for all games or all things.
Are you talking about the... Oh, for the tabletop? Really? You think that was cluttered? Okay, so this screen here. Like, I know obviously everybody is absent there. Well, I guess I could switch this over to the poker roll. That would work. Since, you know, 3 of you are here.
Well, they're talking about the actual game screen for when the poker roll is being played. So I'm guessing you mean the tabletop. Oh, I guess they do mean your overall screen. Never mind.
Well, D&D itself is mostly a listening experience. There's not much going on screen most of the time for viewers to actually look at. But like in the bottom left, we've got all the players with little icons that change between talking and not talking for, you know, who's talking. So you guys can at least see that. Oh yeah, I welcome feedback. I'm just trying to understand, like, what is cluttered here. I kind of do agree about the stream avatars. I've been very much debating doing away with them, at least for the tabletop streams.
I think if just for the tabletop streams, that would be fine.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people don't even interact with it anymore, so it's kind of even more reason to go ahead and do away with it. At least not during the tabletop games.
Maps or battle maps, that'll eventually be coming. I just don't have a lot of time to make maps.
I know a lot of people want to see maps, but well, yes, having more maps is all well and good, but are you... Like, to be fair, Taldarius, you said yourself that you don't really come by to watch streams. So, like, I can't really ask for your opinion on whether you care about seeing maps on the screen when you're listening. So I guess I would need to get feedback from the community as a whole on that.
Yeah, Jits, I'm definitely more theater of the mind, but part of that is because I'm kind of forced to, and the other part is honestly, theater of the mind is more powerful than any map. I could meticulously have every single map of every single location, and it still wouldn't do near the kind of justice that just simply your imagination can conjure. I try to reserve maps for either super important locations or battle scenes. The battle scenes for obvious reasons, because you generally want to know placement of enemies, and important locations because, well, they're important for a reason usually. Yeah.
So with the Marten eating, with the pachinko thing, that is honestly more just filler space.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Virtually Heroes raided my stream with 5 viewers.
Virtually Heroes, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream, Virtually? And, Chris, can I get shoutouts for, Virtually Heroes? How was your stream, Virtually Heroes? I hope it went well. Right now we're doing Banished, but also talking a little bit about the layout here for our tabletop games. I very much welcome feedback. Just trying to figure out a good solution for it is difficult at times.
I'm back and something's difficult. Why do I leave and something bad happens? Right,
It's
then
not
what are you
bad,
doing?
it's just people are, you know. So, with the... Ah, well, nice, Noel. I'm glad to hear it. So with this layout, yeah, I can definitely do away with stream avatars. I will say for most, like, a lot of tabletop campaigns, they don't even have maps visible at all. At least the bigger ones. I at least have them somewhat visible, even if it is really small on the screen. I could possibly make that area bigger, but I think it feels good to me. Otherwise, though, you know, we've got the area for the talking icons, so you can see who's actually talking as well as their character name in the bottom left there, as Rygon just demonstrated. To the right of the talking icon area, that is actually where our character cards are, which I feel are a bit more important. I can show this. This one's got one. There we go. This one I had to make the icons really small. I might readjust where they are because I don't like them being so small, but that requires math to calculate how they would fit.
I have small idea.
Yes.
Put Bunny and I assume and the bird in the corners. Move Mask Guy, Marten Twins up a bit, and I think it will work, and you might be able to go make them bigger from there. Maybe. I might be wrong.
I would have to take a look at it.
Yes, you would.
So
Get 12 players then. Got it.
No.
Fill up the
Sleep
screen.
well, Noel. So yeah, like this screen you can see to the right of the talking icons box, we have scrolling character cards that give you guys some information about the characters in the game. It cycles through them. I honestly don't know if anybody ever cares about seeing those, but I personally like to have them. However, the character cards only work for D&D and Pathfinder right now. I'm still working on getting it revamped to work with... Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys do enjoy them. I'm looking to get them revamped for dot-based systems instead of just numbers. And then, of course, it reminds you, okay, Elemen here is a Red Fox Paladin, and he's level 9. And then, of course, in the upper right, but yeah, we're working on getting character cards that'll work for Poker Roll. Right now, for Poker Roll, I just have the, I'll switch back over to that. As you can see, it's got the Poker Roll Mystery Dungeon logo. That's mostly just filler space instead of having an empty space. The upper right, I have the chat. Excuse me. I have the chat in the upper right, which, and behind the chat mostly is filler. I have the group pick when there is one available for the game. And then below that, the view there is actually just a zoomed in view of the bottom left corner of the screen. Because, in my opinion, the only thing that really matters on for viewers to be able to see from Tabletop Simulator or Fantasy Grounds is the chat box to see who rolls what. Which I know on the bigger view, it is, you know, the full view, which is all of it, that is really tiny. But so that way on the right there, we have the chat box. Oh, the Streamloots thing only pops up once every 45 minutes, and it's gone really quickly.
It's promoting his stream loot so you can use tabletop cards.
Taldarius, that's not a bad idea at all. I will say the main reason that the Pokemon and Pachinko thing are there is purely because the box was too the Marten or the chat box, I couldn't really get it stretched out that much without losing information. So that's why I've got the Marten mostly as filler for that box. And then in the bottom right, we have the logo for the actual campaign. So like right now, I've got the Starlight Expeditions up, as well as the donation goal, which the donation goals directly impact the campaign. And well, I am running a business here. I kind of need to try to get income. I can actually show you what the old... Okay, roughly what the old setup was. Here we go. Like, things have been rearranged so it's not accurate anymore. So, like, things aren't exactly lined up exactly where they actually would be. Or where they were before. But on this one, the character cards were in the bottom right. We had the zoomed in view of the system in the bottom left, right next to the Marten icon, the Marten nomming thing. And then, of course, the donation goal and logo were in the middle box on the bottom. And then the upper right box was both the chat as well as the default Discord stream kit icons. Which, you know, it's good. I don't think you guys can really. Well, let me hide the chat. Is this one? Yes. It's a bit hard to see, and I could probably zoom it in more, but at the same time, that required people changing their actual Discord icons, which some of them didn't really want to do. And it looks. All it does is just highlight the person with a green box. That's all. I very much prefer the new setup where we've got the actual icons where most of them have mouths that actually move. In the case of the Marten twins, which is my icon right now, they actually talk with telepathy, so therefore they don't actually, their mouths don't move when they talk. And yeah, what Sirio is saying there is exactly right. The Stream Raiders it's a fun thing for the viewers to interact with while they are also enjoying the stream. It's a very valuable tool. And the timer is kind of important to have on the screen. Plus, it's also a source of income. So, which, of course, sources of income are very important. I know for the character cards, I'm really not looking forward to getting things set up on that front to make them match with each game. Well, the Marten, like I said, was definitely just filler. That was just to not have an empty space there. I could probably do something with the idea of HP, though it will take a while. And it actually would solve a problem that I do have with the screen being so small, is that the viewers can't see the current HP. HP bars? Well, that's going to be a bit more difficult to pull off.
That's actually kind of I've actually seen it done. Actually, now Drunk Dragon Era. Actually, he has HP bars for his D&D streams.
Well, I will need to... Could you link me, like a clip or something that shows that? But I don't know how to set that up myself. It is definitely something I would love to have. What do you mean by easily pull it? Talderius, we use Fantasy Grounds. We use Fantasy Grounds Unity, as well as Tabletop Simulator. I know for sure that Tabletop Simulator's not going to be able to pull it off. But Fantasy Grounds, possibly. Yes,
I mean,
right. The stream avatars was something I was very heavily leaning towards just doing away with. At least on the tabletop. And what were you going to say, Azrith?
Tiberius is like bringing up a cool idea, but this isn't some, program game. This is, almost kind of like a real life game, just in a digital format, but not programmed at all.
So, Foundry... Foundry is something that I've considered switching over to. It's got some really nice features. However, at the same time, I'm loath to do away with Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds has been incredibly good to us. As a channel, and even a small creator, I will randomly see them reach out to me and be like, hey, here's this neat little tool, or here's this, that, or the other thing. But maybe if, I mean, it would require more work on my part, but I could probably update something, just plug in values and stuff. And it would be useful. I would hope I'm quite professional with my D&D streams. I've only been doing them 6 years. Nayland, it is something that I'll have to look into. I think the best bet would probably be I'll probably have to poke a couple of my programmer friends, see what they could come up with. My only concern here is it not being too small to be legible.
Yay! Oh, I need these people.
Because it's not like it's that big of an area that we could put something into. You still with us, Rygon?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Just don't have much to contribute to the conversation right now, so I'm just lying down.
Fair.
Yeah, just poke me if somebody says my name or asks a question or something.
A steadfast supporter.
Calderius, thank you very much for that follow. I would probably just get it set up like as a HTML file. I'm pretty sure it can be done with CSS and HTML5. It just requires that I poke around and find somebody that can do that for me, because I know basics of web design, but nowhere near advanced enough to pull off something like this.
There you go.
What do you mean, there you go?
I'm just speaking to someone in game right now because it's fine. muttering
Taldarius,
to myself.
I try my best to take or to not ask my DMs to do that much. I would rather my DMs be focused on the game. I don't really want them to have to worry about updating HP values. Like, Fantasy Grounds does have a combat tracker that I can easily use to keep track of things. I don't want them to have to keep track of that, though. Oh, actually, that brings up an interesting idea. Maybe tie the information for it to Google Doc. And be like, hey, update this to each player. I don't know, would you be up for that, Azareth?
I've updated on myself on a Google Doc, and it just be visible to use.
Yeah.
I think that's doable.
Probably a spreadsheet, to be precise.
Probably a spreadsheet might be better. I know that in Charm streams for his Pokeroll, he actually has a Google Doc visible, and it shows their stats and status effects.
Ah. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to poke Era and see if maybe I can get my paws on it. Or I can have somebody else develop it. One of the two. What was Era's Discord name?
Drunk Dragonera.
Was that?
Or is it some other spell? One moment. Drunk Dragonera.
Why is Discord so dumb about trying to search for people? Yeah, Sirio. It's something that I don't want to have to be keeping track of it myself. Because, like, not everything myself at least. Because it's going to detract from my ability to actually engage in the game.
I also take the notes. Fudge. Maybe except
Okay.
not combat notes, but sorry.
I found him, but it won't. Discord won't. Ugh.
Pat, don't worry, we'll give you your eggs. See? Yeah. We'll do this.
Why can I not message somebody directly from the freaking membership screen?
Probably because, privacy settings.
No, I think it's because Discord is just dumb. Okay, there he is.
Discord is grateful, also dumb at times.
There. Messaged him. Discord is a barely functional program. Anyways, let's get back to the game. And failing miserably with it. It's better than what we've had before. It's not perfect, but it's better. But considering what we've had before was TeamSpeak and Skype and stuff, that's not saying much. Why is the reserve of food low?
Because the reserve of food is low.
Gah! Taldarius, I have friends that still swear by TeamSpeak. And I'm just like, TeamSpeak serves one purpose, and that is talking on voice. That is it. It is the only thing TeamSpeak does. Yes, it technically has a chat, but that chat gets deleted as soon as you're done speaking. And you know, sometimes you don't want the chat to be deleted.
No.
I know back before Discord, my ZGF, the community I run, was working on both Skype and TeamSpeak, because TeamSpeak was better for voice. But we used Skype for a group chat, which wasn't perfect, but it got the job done. Oh yeah, Discord keeps adding new features all the time that are exceedingly useful. It's definitely not a perfect program. I will fully say that. But it is still really good. You know, I should probably poke my programmer friend anyways. Check on any updates on the updated character cards. Favorite Pokemon type? Fire?
Dragon.
Yes, exactly, Sirio. Exactly. You know, Rygon, what is your favorite type?
Dark type.
Dark type.
Yeah,
Not seen
I'm
that
edgy
one
like
coming.
that.
Rygon is actually the storyteller for our Poke-Roll game. Rygon is really awesome.
Hey.
He's amazing.
I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad I can provide a fun experience for y'all.
You also get less stressed about it than I would.
What's up?
I said you also get less stressed about it than I would. Why am I saying this? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, fair enough, but I mean, about the best I can say for something like that is I work in mental health, so I know a few tricks.
You...
Okay, well, I'm glad I did not ask my programmer friend right away about this.
Why?
He's currently in the ER.
Shit, well, I hope he's okay.
It's a blood clot, so, you know, something dangerous but not immediately life-threatening, but still.
Yeah, something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Do hope he'll be fine.
So, Talderius, I am always interested in more people that I can call on for assistance with things. Where do your skills lie? I know about the, you know, helping with brainstorming and stuff, as well as maps, but what else do you have going on?
Ooh, maps are fun.
Yeah, that might be something I call on. Because having like some random battle maps would probably be good. Just to have.
Oh, right. Reminds me. Right,
I mean, I
never
can
showed
whip
you...
those up real fast for you, Rygon.
Yeah, if you want to. What's up?
Reminds me that in the updated version of the Poke-Roll tabletop table in the tabletop simulator that Charm did, there included new, I guess you call them quote-unquote battle maps, but small little mini-maps
Hey.
that I did want to talk to you about, but you were always busy at the time. And I always forgot when you weren't busy.
Oh yes, I'm always busy. You pretty much have to poke me and then we can schedule in a time.
It's always like, Doctor, I'm actually busy at the moment. Can we schedule an appointment?
Kind of, yeah. I'm less busy right now, though.
True, Sirio, we could do a map-making stream. I mean, there's no reason
I
we
love that.
couldn't.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun. I can give you guys some parameters and then you just come up with something.
Alright, I did throw Rygon my old maps I drew in my grid notebook a while back. But they need to be digitalized so that way they're easier to see.
Did you ever make the house, by the way, Rygon?
I've got half of it kind of more or less done. I gotta make the second floor and then decorate the place. But yeah, if the community is interested, I could even host a contest. So people could make maps and then like people vote on the maps they like. and those people can receive some rewards for whoever gets like first, second, and third or something.
Stream loot packs are easy to give out.
Yeah, stream loot packs, game codes, that sort of stuff.
We do have a lot of game codes sitting around.
Yeah.
You just
So if that's something that people are interested in, we could organize something like that and get it going. And then you might have a chance of seeing your battle map pop up on in session.
Could be used for poker roll. Could be used for D&D or one of the other games. Yeah. The only thing is that we would have to make sure that you all use commercially viable stuff. Well, we're gonna turn the stream. I've been so distracted from Banished tonight.
Wasn't that the point?
True. True. But let me boot up a thing. Oh, my PC's not liking this right now.
Oh no.
I just thought of something mean to do to you guys.
Oh, no.
No. Can we hear it or can we not hear it?
No, you're not gonna hear it until the next session.
Oh Lord, DM, no.
And it's gonna be one of those things that's gonna be super obvious.
Super obvious.
Super obvious to him, but to us, we're gonna have no idea. Why does this program not have...
All
Really?
that I really hope. I just really hope that it happens to one of you in particular. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Okay, so this program does not have a windowed mode.
Oh no.
No, I think it might be the stream dying a little bit, Talderius.
Oh no.
How's the stream looking right now?
Frozen.
Oh, it's lagging.
Rygon, you have apparently been messaged by Talderius.
But I waved. Do I need to get up and look at more messages?
Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this right now. Not while streaming, at least. Well, I mean, I can. Oh, wait, no, I won't be able to. Because that would require me closing down VTuber Plus and a couple of other programs I use that are through Steam. I really wish that Steam would just get over themselves and let us freaking put stuff on the screen, or have your programs run on multiple computers. Like, I can understand not allowing, like, the family library sharing thing, but at least if it's on the same network, it should be allowed. Like, you know, I'm currently... Like, when I stream, I use 2 computers. I've got my Discord, or my desktop, which has the stream and my VTuber and stuff. And then I've got my laptop, which has the actual game. I redeemed a Dungeon Alchemist on my desktop. Like, I've got 2 separate Steam accounts in order to do my streams. One that has the streaming software and other things that are more useful for the streaming side of stuff. And then the one for my games, which is on my laptop. But I shouldn't have to do that. And especially for families where... like, what they could do instead is just be like, okay, you cannot play the same game on 2 computers at the same time. That would be something they could easily do.
Wow.
But like, if I wanted to run VTuber Plus on my desktop while playing Banished on my laptop, I should be allowed to do so. I mean, if you've got 2 computers, it's just like with a console. If you buy 2 consoles, you can do that with a console. So why can't you do it on a desktop? Or on Steam.
Hey, Zim.
What?
What does the caveman cat say to the doctor? Meow.
Ah. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Well, it can definitely be useful, Taldarius. Working in IT and stuff. Storyboarding is always useful. I don't have that much use for it personally, as I do not stream and DM. I personally kind of just think those should be separate. But that is up to each person individually to decide what they want to do. But I just know that I personally do not DM and stream. As far as you being an IT guy, I will say that's a bit vague of a concept. Because IT is a pretty big field. Like, with that, do you do web design? Are you a tech support? Do you program, or...
We might need to get a call center so people can complain about all the poor Pokemon designs that we're choosing. Like, oh my gosh, a tyrant should not be able to do that. That's not in the official Pokemon anime.
Well, Sirio, in that regard, I mean, yeah, technically, you can do it that way, but when I say stream and DM, I mean you're managing both. If you get somebody else to help, then yeah, that's viable, but like Rygon, when he DMs for us, I help him with his chat. But being the one managing the stream as well as being the DM, I don't feel it works out. Nayland does not like your suggestion, Rygon, about the call center.
But someone's got to do it. You gotta filter in all them Pokemon fans that are frustrated with the lack of I don't know, purity. A Rockruff with a electric ghost type? What are you trying to do here?
Oh.
Bring down the entire gaming industry?
It was brought up earlier, but I will say, and I never really said this, but
what's up?
One thing I am worried about is Nintendo coming in and serving us a cease and desist.
I'm not worried about it. Literally, if it comes down and we get a cease and desist, we just rename everything and call it a day.
Yeah. Brownie Frog, hello there. So the boarding house is used for people that don't have an individual house. Most of the time, it should sit empty. But, like, if you get migrants that come in, which granted you need to have the town hall for that, which I know I'm circling over here with my mouse, but that's where I plan to put my town hall when I get the spare resources. But if you have a migrant wave come in, they go into the boarding house. And, like, if I were to upgrade this wooden house to a stone house, the people that live there are going to need somewhere to stay while their house is being renovated. And so they go to the boarding house. Unless, of course, there's another house available already. Actually, Frowny Frog, I've seen it used exactly like I'm describing. Yeah, it's like a dormitory from Dwarf Fortress. Exactly, Sirio.
Yeah, people got to stay somewhere. Also, nobody told me that Chris told me to go sleep. Okay, I sleep.
No, that's because you're not allowed to sleep.
Go sleep?
No sleep. Poker
Okay.
roll.
I go get another cup of coffee.
Instead, we do poker roll.
Poker roll. Well, what should we do with poker roll?
Have a session.
Okay. Individual session. Only Rockruff. And a Zurich.
Hi.
Hey, he didn't say no this time. Guess he's for it.
I said hi.
Yeah. You
Also,
didn't
it's
say no.
2:28. Do you know what my...
You make a good
Sorry,
point,
but-
Slitherite.
Zareth, if you're talking, nothing's coming through.
Hi there.
Sorry, I just heard your dog and that's it.
No, he is the dog. Remember?
I'm not a dog!
I don't know. With that kind of language, I'd say you've got it rough.
Boo hurt? I don't know that, Taldarius. Yeah, Azareth is a dog type.
Oh, they left chat. Oh no.
He's mad.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come back.
Okay, seriously, why am I struggling so much with this? No, I have not, Taldarius.
A human pretending to be a dragon? Next thing you're going to tell me I'm a human pretending to be a Ninetales. That's crazy talk.
I have done a lot of Banished, but for some reason tonight and last night, I just cannot manage to maintain food.
Catch you later, Chris. I do need to get that cup of coffee or something, though, because I still have work to do.
Oh, I was joking about that, about you not sleeping. I'm probably going to be ending here soon myself.
Oh, then I'll have no one to talk to. Then I'll have a supervisor be mad at me, even though it's not my fault, because none of these people were entered into the system, so I'm having to do it manually.
Maybe they did, Sirio. Alright, I can keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go get that cup of coffee and we'll see what happens. So, BRB.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna survive another winter. We are just hurting way too much for people. And there goes another.
Back.
Welcome back.
Good to be. It's a joke, and he's a humanoid form on the stream, and we tease him about the bringing his true form. Oh, I see.
That makes sense.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this village. Oh, hi, Arzi. Welcome back.
I'm upset.
About what?
I didn't get my gear, but I keep being bullied.
What's wrong with being a dog?
No!
I mean, not seriously. Like, what is wrong with being a dog?
I prefer not to. Dragons are better.
Well, yes, but, you know, what's the point in turning you from an astral dragon into, I don't know, any other kind of dragon? That's boring.
Because dragons.
Instead, let's turn you into, I don't know, a dog, or maybe a cat, or a Marten.
Listen, just get a standard human form in, for me to use, then yes.
Jug.
I don't know. From what I hear, you already have a standard human form. Also, I'm on
Half
Marten.
human, not full.
Look at the little cutie doing a big bork. Arzy, your half human thing looks very much full human.
There are minor differences that you could just take out, and then sure, you can call it full human. Get rid of the horns, the wings, and then the tail, and you're good. I also don't have a full body reference. Oh, that's right, the legs too. You have to change the legs back to normal humans. I don't have a good reference sheet for almost anything. Which sucks.
Tiberius, I will have to look at that later. I mean, go stand in front of a mirror and take a picture. There you go.
Oh.
Human reference.
You want me to send... You bring a point. Face reveals are precious, though.
So put the face of a celebrity over your own.
Do I need to put on Beneath the Mask? Or start singing to it?
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this recording. This town is... It's gonna take it's gonna be a nightmare to regrow it. Technically, it could be recovered at this point, but it's not worth the effort. So, or at least not on stream. That would be too slow. Thank you everybody for joining us so far today on the stream. I'll be back in a minute or two with more. But that was Banished. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I seriously cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu. I shall return shortly.